See what's going on. Alright, boys. I don't think I'm even online yet. I don't even think I'm online yet. Alright, boys. I think I'm connected to UFC to. There we go. Okay, bet. Alright. Now I'm live. I know for sure. So. Let's talk about Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodriguez, which I would like to all remind you that I predicted correctly. Okay? Jarhead Cannonier absolutely demolished him. It looked really bad in the first round and a half, I'll say for myself. But let me tell you, he pulled through after the first, dude, I don't know who gets better after 7 minutes of fighting, but Jared Cannonier pulled through, and I was like, bro, I was like at a sports bar with my girl, and I stood up. I was like, oh, oh, because, like, bro, I made those predictions really thinking that he didn't stand a chance, but I mean, he clearly has much better striking than Robocop, but it's like, dude, he's old. Those fights were from a while ago. He's only getting older. He like, dude, like I feel like every single fight that I see him in, he almost dies. He like literally almost freaking dies, and like this fight wasn't any different. And honestly, like I'm just happy that it makes the Sean Strickland win. Like it makes that loss to Sean Strickland look better. The loss Sean Strickland took to Jared Cannonier looks a lot better now that Jared keeps on winning, basically. So Jarhead, he needs to like fight another can, like gatekeep the division one more time, and then just retire. Because like I cannot have him go the Tony Ferguson route, the Michael Chandler route. Like I cannot have him go. Well, Michael Chandler's not a fan favorite. Michael Chandler was literally just a goat sent here for slaughter. Like they did not give two shits about that man. They just threw him to the wolves. Next, Calvin Qatar versus Yusuf Zalal. I picked Calvin Qatar. Yusuf Zalal he was just faster and could not get touched the entire night. Like the entire night, he was not getting touched. He could not, like, he was just not there to be hit, you know? Calvin was just like significantly slower. I would really keep an eye on this guy. Because like I mean, Calvin looked like from his Max Holloway fight, he looked so much better. But like, just wasn't enough. Couldn't cut the mustard. Could not cut the mustard. And then Edmund Shabazan. This is like when I got to the bar around this time during this fight. Uh, what's it called? Edmund Shabazan versus Dylan Budka. I guess that one right. Dylan Budka. I think he was a collegiate wrestler. I think that's what his qualifications like are formally. Dylan minus the mindless Hulk. Yeah, dude, that's a real good name if you're fighting. You want to be mindless. But up next, we are reading comments, boys. Okay, so pretty intense opinion. Oh, that was on my is the 170-pound division boring video. Which like, yo, if you guys watch that video and you don't agree, tell me why because I feel like I pretty much hit the nail on the head. If you guys saw, hang on, let me move this over a little bit. All right. So on the right, this is the video that they commented on the right, and on the left is a comment. What the freaking freak webcam? I'm making myself a little bit tinier. Okay, so pretty intense opinion. If you guys watch this 170-pound division boring video, if you guys watch that, if the is the 170-pound division boring in the UFC, you don't agree, tell me why. Because man, Bilal Muhammad, like, dude, I do not know if I'll pay $80 for another UFC event with him as the headliner. Like, I literally like, dude, I can't bring myself to do it. They're such snooze fest. Unless it has like a real good co-main that I want to see, like a Justin Gaethje or Dustin Poirier, or like they get somebody that could headline their own card as the co-main, then I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. The crossface is one of my favorite things to do while on top position. Crossface is one of the most effective basic moves ever. You're just punching somebody in the face with your wrist, really. Like, so I don't know. Like, if you're not using a crossface constantly, if you're not using forearm pressure to the face while you're wrestling somebody, like you are so many steps behind. You know what I mean? You have to be able to like at any point you just pop them in the face just to throw them off their horses. You know what I mean? Just to knock them off balance and get them like thinking like, oh shit, like because a crossface is basically a legal like wrist punch to the face. You can just forearm, you can just like karate chop somebody right in the freaking noggin. And like if you're sneaky with it, if the ref is on the opposite side, you can wind up a little bit. You know, you can really bring that bitch back and crack somebody. I crack more teeth wrestling with a mouth guard than playing football without one. This is coming from someone who did both collegiately. So is he saying that mouth guards cause you to crack your teeth? Because that's bullshit. Like I've never. When you chip your tooth, you feel the tooth in your mouth. You're like, that was a good one. You know what I mean? You can feel the tooth and like the grittiness in your teeth. And I've never done that. That's never happened to me while I was wearing a mouthpiece. A like and no comment is a tragedy. Thanks for the context. For the content. Thank you, man. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to please the algorithm right now. Hey man, where you been the past year? Glad you're back making videos. Let's get my shit together. As a boxer and a wrestler, thanks. 3 tips for young wrestlers, 2 to 11. Someone is trying to throw you like that. Go to their... If someone is trying to throw their back and wrap their... Go over their back and wrap your arms around their waist. One way to counter that throw happened to me in the Alabama State Finals 19, and I was crushing every one of my double leg takedowns. And when I got to the final match, the guy used that counter against me to prevent me from beating him. That's a nice way of saying that you lost. I've always boxed, but I don't have any wrestling experience. I'm 19. How would I go about starting in high school or out of college? I wanted to be an MMA fighter. Okay, so if you want to join your high school team, or not join your high school team, if you want to train with your high school team, like your local high school, or a collegiate team or whatever, find the nearest school to you, okay? And get in contact with the wrestling coach. Like, walk in one day, like on your lunch break or some shit, or like, walk in one day and say you want to volunteer for the wrestling team. Because, like, they always take volunteers. It's a public school. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody can do that. Say you want to volunteer for the wrestling team, get in contact with the coach, and like, yeah, just talk to him, tell him, be like, I'm 19, I'm a body, I'm like hard worker. I'll just do the like. In a lot of wrestling teams don't have enough kids to practice with. Like, they need people that are the size, like that are like the heavier weights, or like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of teams will be like, oh, we got 14 like kids between 120 and 145, and then we have a 185er and a heavyweight. You know what I mean? And like, you can fit yourself into like a team like that, and you know make a donation. Just to like, in good faith. I don't know, if they're weird about it, just go to a different school and like talk to them. Be like, look, this is like you. Especially if you're 19, bro, you can be so straightforward and tell them, be like, look, I'm an amateur fighter, I'm a professional fighter, I want to do this, I need to train, and I'm just a good body to have in the room. I'm a hard worker. Uh, but okay, I'm 35 now, and I've always thought of starting. I mean, if you're older and you want to start wrestling, like, dude, more power to you. All I'm saying is make sure you have a job where if you get hurt, it's not the end of the world. Like, if you get hurt wrestling, because like, bro, like, especially if you're old, bro, you're not healing the same way you were when you were 15. Like, dude, you need to be really careful, especially if you got like dependents. Like, if you got kids or some shit, like, really tread lightly if you're if you're looking into wrestling. But I mean, you're never too old to start. Like, you can practice like basically level one. Like, if you want the most safest basics of wrestling, go to a jiu-jitsu gym. They do basically no rest. They'll show you half a takedown, and they'll literally scoot on their butts to you, and you can just watch YouTube videos and train that shit and just drill. Cause like, yeah. And he's back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna try and live stream every day. Every day around 7 to like 9 or 10. But I remember the OG wrestling reviews. Yo, if you guys want more wrestling reviews, send me videos on my Instagram or my email or whatever. Yo, hang on. What was my Reddit account? It was reddit.com/. Reddit.com/. Man, what was my Reddit account? Oh my god, hang on. Now I gotta watch my last match review. Oh my god. Videos. Yo, what was my old Reddit account? What was my old Reddit? Okay. Yo, that's crazy. What was my Reddit account? I need to figure out what my subreddit was, because like I remember people were posting to that, and I was just like, yo, I was working like 12 hours a day when I was trying to make those videos. It's insane. I was literally a janitor. Like I was fucking. I would have to like. That was crazy. But yeah. Let me know in the comments. There's three people watching this. I know one of you guys remember. What was it? It was like reddit.com/, like that's five, or like some shit like that. Slash. Oh, Rassle. /r/Rassle. R. Oh, what happened to Isaac? Oh, yo! Whoa, 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 whoa! Hang on, hang on, hang on. This is crazy. Yo, this is wild. Hang on. I forgot that I. Hang on, this is fucking nuts. I forgot that I had this. Here we go. Hello, people. Hello. 4 years ago. Damn! Yeah, no one's posting this shit in forever, because Isaiah Bird, Lewis Wrestler. Is this a kid reacting to a video and posting on my subreddit? £140 Nevada high school wrestler. This is from 5 years ago, bro. This is crazy. Man, I fucking fumbled the bag. That is crazy. I fumbled the bag so hard. I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. That's an insta stick. Man, this makes me feel sick to my stomach. I forgot that I made a subreddit. That's insane. Can you be a state champion in middle school? If so, how do you become a state champion? Yes, you can. Basically, your dad has to lie for you and tell people that you're uh, that you're in high school and you're not, because like they don't really ask you for any sort of they don't ask you for any sort of like actual, you know, you can say that you're homeschooled or some shit. I get scared if I get kneed in the face. Getting kneed in the face is all just a mine. It doesn't. It's not true. It's a figment of your imagination. It's not real. You know, getting kneed in the face is not. If you're scared of getting kneed in the face, you need to pick a different sport, because that shit happens all the time. I'm 5'10" and 107 sucks. Get out muscle back. Yeah, of course, dude. If you're 5'10" and 107 pounds, your arms are like this. You need to eat something. That's crazy. If you, it and like especially when you're younger, it's so hard to gain weight. It's so hard to gain weight and maintain the weight, because your metabolism's going like insane at that age. It's going crazy. So I mean, I think the best thing to eat to for calories at least for calories is like cause like you can only absorb a certain amount of protein, but you need to like eat a lot of carbs so that you don't burn the protein and you like use the protein to restore muscle. So like that's why you see bodybuilders eating tons and tons of rice. You know, you want to get all your daily calories from the rice, and then uh, yeah, and then just put protein like however much protein you need on top of that. So like figure like and bro, you can put like if you're 107 510, bro, that is crazy, bro. You should be eating like 3 or 4 chicken breasts a day, plus 2,000 calories of rice and butter and like a bunch of shit, bro. Like a bunch of like you should be eating so much good food. You should be sick. Like there's no way you're eating enough if you're at that weight. Of course, like you're gonna continue. You're not gonna have any success until you uh, until you fix that problem. That's crazy. And like when I started fighting, it was like the heavier I got, I became such like I became much more of a threat as I got heavier because like I don't know. I didn't realize how detrimental it was to be fucking 6 foot fighting 145 pounds. That's crazy, dude. Like at 180, I am so much stronger. Like, and I do much better at heavier weights. Cause like the heavier weight guys, a lot of heavyweight guys, like if you go from a lightweight and you go up in weight, you usually do so much better, you know. Whereas if a heavyweight goes down to like 185, they're usually buns. Well, I mean, you know, within reason. Cause like if you were 285 and then you lost 100 pounds, like all right, the wrestling skill you might have gained the wrestling skill during the weight loss type shit, you know. So but like as you get as like if you start in the lighter weight classes are the fastest weight classes. So as you go higher in the weight classes, you just go against slower and slower people, bro. And like you will your muscle memory will be that of a lighter weight, you know. I've been doing it for a couple months. I come from Muay Thai kickboxing background. I wanted to get more endurance for my striking, but my biggest thing that I'm getting from it is the ability to push through discomfort better. So if I'm tired, I'm starting to push through it to get a bit more out of the tank. It's all mental. Yeah, it's nuts what I realized my body could handle when like I started wrestling because like your mind will force you to quit literally 50 steps before your body quits. Like when your body quits, you're vomiting in your mouth and you're collapsing on over your own feet. You can't pick your foot up and put it in front of the other. It's so apparent that your body is failing you. And when your mind like you have to be able to just take that whole mind failure and just tune it out like completely because it's really just like your brain being like you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you know. And like god man, like yeah, you just cannot have quitting in your vocabulary, and that helps so much. And you just gotta have that like go like nonstop every day because those are the only people with the mind like people with that mindset will never face failure in their life like consistently, you know, because if you do that for long enough you will get good on top of on top of like when I say that, that means you're training like 2 to 3 times a day and all year round, going to tournaments, going to camps, going like doing everything. You know. Sorry, coach. Beat you fair and square. Cool to see you wrestling. Yeah, he did beat me fair and square. How the other failed. You were very strong, coach. I don't like jiu-jitsu tournaments because Basically, every time I go, hits my ego. I get a butt scooter, and it's lame as hell. It's literally like a waste of $100, and it costs $100 to compete. Like this shit's so lame. He lost to Shavkat Rakhmonov. Yeah, he did lose to Shavkat Rakhmonov. I'm 18.5 years old. Can I start wrestling? Yes, you can, brother. That is totally young enough to start wrestling. I mean, it's a little late, but like you could totally start at 18. And if you get in with a college, you know, after like 4 or 5 years, you're probably good enough to be in the UFC. Like if you just walk on and you're just a body in the training room. I have a match in 2 days. I'm so nervous. You should be nervous. Those nerves should make you go on a run right now and like go do something productive. This was a great video, straightforward, to the point. Bruh, I was 130 pounds and knocked guys out cold that were 110 pounds. Heavier than me, plus 3 4 inches taller than me. It's size of the fight in the dog, not. Okay, bro. You're the toughest guy in the world. I'm 25 and skinny built, scared to begin. Mm. I mean, yeah, tall, skinny guys really are working at a disadvantage when it comes to wrestling. Like, if you're short and stocky, you were basically built for the sport. You know, this sport has this sport is like just like how football players are better, like huge giants. Wrestlers are better short midgets. Like like a heavyweight that's like, you know, 5'4", that is a menace. That is an absolute menace. You know, you don't wanna you don't like the distance that you have to travel to get to somebody's legs is so important that like literally a couple of inches can make a world of a difference. Like just you know what I mean? So I mean being tall and skinny, don't be scared, but like, just know it's going to be harder. And if you want to fight, you should use your wrestling training to keep it on the feet where you actually have a better advantage. You know, in my opinion. Thank you so much. I'm a first year, eighth grade wrestler with very severe anxiety. I take medication, but it doesn't help with sports nervousness. Plus, I'm a girl, so any boys that wrestle completely underestimate me, which is intimidating. I appreciate you. Yo, if you're a eighth grade girl taking medication for anxiety, yo, get off the meds. I mean, this is my opinion. My opinion completely. Get off any medication, which is that the fact that they're giving kids drugs for anxiety, so crazy. Because guess what? When you're that age, anxiety is so normal. Because like, especially going to school with a bunch of people your age, a bunch of peers, like it's nuts. Get out, like they're probably giving you Xanax or some crazy shit, and they probably underestimate you because yeah, because girls are weaker than boys like 99% of the time. The point is, I mean, you're mainly gonna be wrestling boys, but you're gonna compete against girls. So focus on beating girls. Focus on being better than the girls. You know, like, I mean, if you go out to wrestle a guy, you literally have nothing to lose. I don't know why you'd be nervous. Like, there's nothing to lose. If anything hurts, you can literally just roll to your back. Like, what? Like, if you're really that scared of getting like injured by a bigger, stronger boy, Yeah, just roll to your back. Like, just quit. Like, what the fuck? It's not that serious, you know. Like girls are just like, I mean, against a girl, like against your own gender, I would never quit. But if you're wrestling a boy and you have anxiety, like, yo, like you have nothing to lose, and if it starts to hurt, just fucking quit. Fuck it. Nobody's gonna be upset that a boy was. No one's gonna be surprised that a boy beat you. No one's gonna be shocked because it's like steroids. Dudes need to hear that cutting water is catastrophic for it, so the other guy did the same thing. Yeah, cutting water weight is the dumbest thing you can do. You know, I mean, everybody does it. I did it, like, but it's so bad for your own health. You know, it gives you a competitive edge. It definitely gives you a competitive edge. You know, without a doubt. Or else they wouldn't do it in the UFC. They wouldn't do it in Olympic wrestling. They wouldn't like, you know. I'm 30 plus years old, very interested in learning to wrestle. Any background in any combat sport and history of substance abuse and mental health issues. I feel like it's a bit late, but also that might benefit my life and my psychology tremendously. F it, I'm gonna save up for shoes and membership. I'm joining. Hell yeah, dude. Me watching this is a 13-year-old wrestler who's done growing. Bro, if you're 13 and wrestling, you're not done growing. Like, odds are you're not. This is my first time this weekend and ended up breaking my foot. What a way to start my season. Jesus Christ, dude. That is crazy. Fucking Haley. I can't even remember anything besides Haley disrespect. Yo. It's Kaylee and yeah. Kaylee be disrespecting. I thought it was safe to post with your rear arms. I don't post with my rear arm. Fuck that. So what's the difference? He just lifts his legs up a bit when he shoots. Okay. So the difference in this video in how to take a shot like a college wrestler. Basically, when you're taught to shoot in high school, right? They tell you to go from your foot to drop to your knee, right? To go from your foot to drop to your knee. All right? And they're basically telling you to fall forward onto your knee. I'm saying you pick your foot up and you drive forward with your back foot. So you're gonna pick your foot up, drive forward, and then like let's pretend this is the floor. I'm gonna pick my foot up, drive forward, and then when this foot lands like this, right, it's already ready to start exploding forward with my next press forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm already ready to start like just driving my ass off. So I'm aggressive but get tired quick. That means you need to go on long runs. Damn, dude, hater. Do you ever box? Yes, I do box. Recommend going with people who weigh more than you. Get you more work, even though I'm a lightweight. People with 190. 190? That's crazy. 190-pound dude should not be trading with a 110-pound girl. Just kind of realistic for her, for both of them. Like if she was saying like 150, okay. 190 is nuts. 6'4", 150. Am I cooked? Yes. Yes, you are cooked. Wrestling with autism. I mean, I'm pretty sure wrestling causes autism more than vaccines for sure. Like, yo, something about wrestling and like something about MMA really makes people weird. Like, makes people act so fucking weird. I don't know what it is. I think it's like people that train MMA think that they're so badass that like they can do cringy shit, but it's like, please stop, please stop, dude. Distracted by the people making out on your shirt. That's when Supreme was super big. Thanks, Isaac. Isaac. Did I do that? What do you think of chicken potato and some tomato or spinach and coffee with honey? Yo, that sounds fucking disgusting. I've been trying to bulk up for years because of this. I used to be around 140 pounds, now I'm 175. I would like to get to 190 if I can. Plus, gaining a lot of muscle helps reduce injury, which is really nice. Yeah, the more muscle you gain, the less you get injured for sure. I mean, if it's like, you know, the right kind of muscle, I guess. Because, like, you'll see big dudes that are just like powerlifting, they'll tear a bicep or some crazy shit. But, like, definitely having more muscle mass helps with injuries. Are the points of control the hips and the shoulders? Yes. Yeah, when you have a tight waist and when you have, oh, what's it called? A half, those are the points of control. I remember this video. I'm a junior in high school. My team doesn't have a wrestling team. Is it still possible for me? Oh, find a high school with a wrestling team, dude. That's crazy. No wrestling team in high school? I'm thinking more 50-pound difference in 20. I don't know what you're referring to. Just got home from practice and my coach just informed me that I might have a varsity spot for this season if I narrow down to 121 weight class. This video is just what I needed. Thank you, Isaac. Hell yeah, dude. Good for him. You go free balling under the singlet. No, dude, you wear underwear. Yo, what? You wear underwear under the singlet. 6'4", 185. 6'6", 165. I mean, yo, 165, 6'6" is crazy. That is so tough. Man, dude, if you're 6'6", you gotta be at least 200 pounds to be like, cause like, there's no way his calf is thicker than a dime. Starting in wait, starting in college, brother. God bless you. This dude's about to get the shit kicked out of him. Like, he's literally signing up to get the living shit kicked out of him. At 27. Yo, that's how old I am. That's fucking insane, dude. I mean, good for you, dude. Good for you. Go do the practices. They're very difficult. But at 27 is, like, to start wrestling at 27 is crazy to me. I'm going to start wrestling in community college. No prior experience with that. I mean, community college, if they have a wrestling team, the people are probably nasty. The coach wanted me in the team, on the team, but the teammates didn't. Eventually, something happened. Stopped going because I was afraid. My coach hated me until today. I haven't seen him yet. What? Yo, you quit because you thought your coach was mad at you? It's bunk as fuck. Do you have a wrestling team? Where do you live? I may soon travel to USA to see if I can visit. I do not have a wrestling team. Great vid. I know I'm late, but I'm just starting out wrestling, and this helped me a ton. Thanks. Yo, this sounds good. Thanks. Four tips for tall wrestlers. I'm a freshman in high school, weigh 129, was wondering if I should go 132 or 126. I got my first tournament coming up and I gotta make weight, but I don't know which weight class I should go in. You weigh 129. He's a freshman in high school. I'd say 26, because the 32s, you're gonna have people cutting from like 45 to 32, you know? 3 pounds to 26 is literally fucking nothing. You can lose those 3 pounds, like, you can sleep those off. You could skip a meal and you could not eat breakfast and you'll probably make weight. Upcoming freshman on for JUCO wrestling. I start practice about 1 month. IDK what to expect because I only wrestled senior year in high school and unfortunately with like a 4-6 record. Ooh. JUCO is more serious than a community college for sure. Because those are people that want to go to D1 or they want to like they want to go somewhere further. Yeah, I see it all the time. Guys getting absolutely controlled, neutralized, empowered, pinned by seasoned girl wrestlers in front of their family, girlfriend, or buddies. Oh my god, dude. Getting pinned by a girl. I still remember when my buddy got pinned by a girl our freshman year. And it gets brought up so much. Like, that's the funniest shit ever. If somebody gets pinned by a girl, you never let them live that down. They cannot ever live that down. Pride was amazing. UFC are cheap pricks. They have not upped the bonus payment, which is like 50K forever. No thought about inflation at all, and the pay for anyone who is not a star is a fucking joke. Fuck the UFC. I don't know. I like the UFC. They do a good job at like they honestly put on great fights and they make stars. But yeah, I think 50K for a fight of the night bonus is kind of crazy when you give the Nelt Boys like $250,000 for like what having you on their podcast. If you're an average wrestler, it's pretty easy getting over being pinned by a state qualifier. But getting pinned by a guy you pinned early in the season is really humiliating. Yeah, that's tough. I beg to differ. Allah bless you. Why you gotta clip your nails? What do you mean? Why do you gotta clip your nails? Like, yo, what? Because you're gonna scratch somebody. It's so stupid. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm way better in practice than I am on a mat. My coach always says that, but IDK had to do what I do at practice. This is my first year and I'm genuinely confused on what I do differently. I mean, without seeing a video, it's very difficult to judge because, I mean, off rip, it tells me that you're getting nervous and you just are a choke artist. But, it could be anything. It could be, I don't know, dude. Some like when you go into a tournament, it's really easy to forget all of your training. It's really easy to forget literally everything you've learned and just panic. In other words, I'm cooked. Yes, you're probably cooked if you're old and want to wrestle. And basically, in this, yo, basically, how to take shots at your college wrestler. Tips professor shots. The basic idea is you want to start driving with that front foot as quickly as humanly possible. And when it's on, when your knee's on the mat, you cannot drive with the same force that you can if your foot's on the mat. You know, if you can get your foot on the mat, you get that front foot on the mat, you can produce so much force and just shove him out of the, like, you can literally throw somebody. You can pick somebody up and throw them with that front foot. You know, the power that comes off of that front foot. I'm a wrestler when I go. I'm 14, by the way. To any mats and all, but it's mostly all of my prates. Sorry if my spelling bad. That's all high school boys that we say I'm very good at hype me up. I just had a stroke trying to read that. I was a junior in 5'7" wrestling at 167. 3 months later, after the season ended, I'm 5'7" and a half, sitting at 195 pounds. I'm currently in summer break going into senior year. My one main goal in life is to grow at least 3 inches and to be 285. That sounded impossible, but I've met people who've done it. Hopefully I can, doctors say I'm growing. Grow at least 3 inches and be 285. I mean, 5'7". Yeah. 5'7" and 195. You want to be 5'10" and 285. You want to grow. Yo. This dude's out of his mind. You want to gain 100 pounds? I mean, coach? Ariel has feel like syndrome. If you're watching at any point in your life, wrestling is a long commitment. Stick to it and will benefit you mentally and physically, regardless if you compete or not. If you want to compete, start now. It's never too late. One single day can give you a revelation in your skills that may have taken months to achieve. It's all about small days that allow you to make small adjustments or big ones. They come randomly and it comes with hard work. Well put. I wish I did it in grade school. 41 now. Yeah, dude. It's tough. Thanks a lot. My shots suck. Thank you so much for the video. I'm in BJJ and my double legs actually work now. See? That's what I'm trying to tell these people. Like, I've coached a bunch of people and made them good wrestlers. It's not a secret how you're supposed to wrestle. It's not a secret on how good wrestlers wrestle. You know? It's just really hard. It's like really, really, really hard. Start wrestling, but only BJJ. Once learn pure wrestling, I feel it's something special. You would make a great teacher. You explain everything so well. Thank you, David Dobrin. You wouldn't call him a bitch to his face, and even if you did, he would do whatever he wants with you. Show some respect. You're not in the octagon. Yo, fuck this guy. I've cut weight. I've cut weight. I've made weight. I've fucking competed. I don't give a shit. Paulo Costa missing weight. He has no fucking excuse. He is a professional. Can eat a bag of dicks because you're supposed to, like, that's literally show up and fight. Show up, make the way to fight. That's all you gotta do. And me, as a paying customer, am allowed to have an opinion. So I don't care. Wrestling is more of a lifestyle. Yeah, wrestling is a lifestyle. You literally cannot. Like, it's so hard to do anything and wrestle. You know, it's damn near impossible. You taught me a lot. Seven signs you're bad at wrestling. So do you stop wearing a cup because other guys didn't like it? Uh, Pretty much. It wasn't the norm. It was like wearing a cup was not the norm at all, and it was like, and I mean, you know, like I didn't get hit in the nuts that many times. You know, it's not. I think in wrestling is such a competitive sport that any loss of mobility is kind of detrimental. So that's the reason everybody hates cups. And that's the reason why everybody hates mouthpieces because it fucks up your breathing. Ivermectin, that's horse deworm. That's fucking dewormer apparently. That's supposed to be horse dewormer, not fucking ringworm medication. That's hilarious. I mean, ivermectin's like legit medicine, but it doesn't kill those kind of worms. Like it's not. That's a fungus, not an actual fucking like a wiggly worm. I'm 5'7" as a 106. Don't know if I'm tall or not for my class. Yes, you are huge for your weight class, dude. 5'7", you should be like a 25er at least. This is literally me 6 months into BJJ with some old wrestling experience. Learning to slow down and control my energy is something new to me. Yeah, dude. Jiu-jitsu is not even a sport. Like, it's literally a joke. Makes me so upset because, like, like the fact that dudes like Gordon Ryan are the world champion, they like actively take steroids and like butt scoot and like show you like they'll literally like yo Gordon Ryan will straight up walk up to somebody and like he'll walk up to somebody and be like, you know what I mean? Is he is he good at jujitsu? Yes. Is jujitsu lame as fuck? Yes. Like what? You are a homophobe asshole. See it in context and growth series. I'm gay by the way. Yeah, I've never had issues with gay people. It's just really funny to make fun of them. It's funny to make fun of anyone, but like, yo, gay people, minorities, like short people, bald people, ugly people, dumb people. Like, bro, they just got jokes coming in from every angle. You're smoking. I must be nuts. I mean, I feel like those 7 tips help me a lot. I'm about to start at age 51. I'm seriously considering doing it for weight loss. Always wanted to wrestle. Brother, good luck and do not go live with any children. Do not wrestle live with any children. Yo, I should make some tips for wrestling older. Do not if you want to start wrestling old, do not go live. Like if you don't want to do it professionally, do not go live. Just drill. Just drill, 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 drill. Do all the workouts, all the drills, and wrestle live after like a few years, few good years. Want to see more duties. Want to see more Isaac. I did jujitsu for like 3 or 4 years. You know, I'm not completely like I don't know nothing in jiu-jitsu. It's not like I don't know. It's not like I know nothing. It's just I went in there straight up off a couch. I hadn't trained jiu-jitsu in years. Wrestlers don't come to our gym eating us up. Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland, LOL. Yo, honestly, the person that told me not to wear a cup was so suspect. His, all right, I'm not gonna say his last name, but his name is Patrick. And this dude, I'm not gonna say him. I don't want to identify him. Damn, I shouldn't have said his name. Bro, I'm 85 pounds as a freshman. Thank you, man. He's like from Ontario, Canada. Here's a leg from Ontario, Canada. Oh hell yeah! Yesterday in quarterfinals of the cons bracket, I got disqualified. I wear a mouth guard on my top and bottom teeth because I have braces. During the match, my opponent bit himself and told the ref I bit him. What? Disqualified by what? Yo, that is nuts. And the craziest thing is like to become a high school wrestling referee, like the qualifications are so low. Like and you can hold somebody's entire future in your hands, you know? You could screw up somebody's entire state run. You could screw up so much shit for people. And like what you wrestled JV like 4 years? Okay, here's freaking referee's whistle. Why is ringworm such a thing in your sport? Is the mats being dirty or the wrestlers? It's both. Comes from dirty wrestling. Comes from sweat absorbed from the mats that aren't consistently cleaned. Only adds to the hygiene issues, but luckily gym moves this month to a huge building. Hell yeah! So yeah, basically ringworm is from dirty people, dirty mats, walking on the mats with your shoes on, you know, with like street shoes. That's like a big no no. Hell yeah. Thank you. Ahadine. Been wrestling and coaching for over 30 years. You can lose 10% of your body weight in water in a few hours. You shouldn't cut any water consumption until the days before cutting weight. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You lose your water weight like the day before. I cannot do that. I keep them. I keep on and keep on. Coach, why do I see it difficult? What? I hit solid cradles my height. NCAA wrestling documentary. Yeah, dude. Wrestling is about being at that 200 beats per minute heart rate and just keeping it there. You know. Thank you for telling me about your balls. You're welcome, man. Number one, you clicked on this vid. I'm a freshman year freshman girl, only girl on our team, and I'm watching this before my first duel. I'm aggressive during practice, but I tend to be more afraid during matches. I don't know. I'm going to be 31. You think it's late to start wrestling? That's really late to start wrestling. But I mean, you can do it. Person in the hot tub is better for me than bath. Bath is much hotter and hurts a lot more.
I need a bottle, please.
You make me a bottle? Alright, hang on one second.
Bring me milk.
Oh shit. What? Sorry, boys, I'm back. Why are wrestlers short? Can wrestling stunt your growth? Need to hear that. Yeah, people do it in wrestling too. In football, if you break your finger, you tape it up and keep playing. Yeah, that's very common in wrestling. Six, think of your grandma when you get an involuntary boner. What? Bro, getting a boner while wrestling is like, yo, I couldn't do that if I tried. That is the craziest shit ever. That is crazy. To be thinking about anything other than not getting your ass kicked while you're wrestling. To have blood flow go anywhere but the like your arms and legs, dude, is insane. Like you really gotta like, man, do some like meditation or some shit prior if you're getting fucking wrestling boners, dude. My first year wrestling as a junior as well. My first high school sport cooked. I want to watch it because I don't know how hard it is compared to other sports I haven't played. I mean, dude, I mean, it's probably better that you've never done any other sport, so that you don't know what to expect as far as effort goes. But like, starting as a junior, I would not recommend. But I mean, like if you want to do a lifelong of wrestling, a lifetime of wrestling, then you're great. You're in the money. turning the corner really that important? Yes. Why? Turning the corner is the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Getting the angle is the whole point of why you're shooting like, whoa, brother, what? 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 And even if you pick them up, you still turn the corner. That's how you drive to the side. Like, push them. Use your head to fucking push to the corner. The music is distracting. I don't make videos with no more music. I agree. I think the music was a very 2016 era thing. Do you only do guys wrestling? No. If you guys want to watch my videos, if you guys want me to do more match reviews, post them to my subreddit, r/Rassle, reddit.com/Rassle. WRASL WRASTLE Rassle. I mean, the positive about starting when you're older is that you will gain so much mobility because like you are forced to move in ways that you have never moved before ever, you know? You're informative, funny, and very likable. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Tell us about the 5 things that are embarrassing that people don't talk about. The 5 most embarrassing things about wrestling? I can make a video about that. I'll write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Love it, just found you. My son's 13, 6 foot, and he lost to a wrestler, and the wrestler recommended all the stuff that you were talking about to my son. Give her a heart. She deserves a heart. I like the tip with bringing the heel to the butt and pushing with the back leg. Different approach from taking a pen step and then pushing from the rear leg. We'll definitely experiment with this. I started 27 because of jiu-jitsu, so now 31. Oh, okay. Yo, thanks for the help, but I know it's an old video, but I got my first match in a few days. I'm 5'8", in the 106 category in high school. You rock, brother, much appreciated. I just started wrestling, and I'm in the 100-pound weight class. The very first varsity match, I placed JV, but varsity, all I could do was hold off a pin for about 3 to 5 minutes. I had no problem getting out of a pin, but I couldn't get back up or get on top. So frustrating. I can shoot, but I have no idea when. I placed first in JV, but varsity, all I could do was hold up a pin for about 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, it's a completely different class of like competition, dude. What? No problem getting off the pin, but I can just get back up or get on top. It's so frustrating. I can shoot, but I have no idea when. You only shoot after a setup, bro. Only shoot after the setup. You know, you want to do an arm drag, you want to do something, and then shoot. That's how you determine when you shoot, when you hit a setup. Glad you're back. Not as bad as the other people, but I'm 6'1", 163 naturally. Isaac is gorgeous. Now you're making sense. I got more out of this video than I got out of my coach all year. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Would have been love if you did in your singlet. Bro, the people looking for the homoerotic shit, fuck you. I've been doing MMA wrestling since 14. I also did wrestling since freshman year. Now in 11th grade. It's a new year and I'm more of a loner since freshman year. I only talk to one or two people. What does that have to do with anything? I mean, that's probably what I asked in the video. I probably asked some shit like that in the video. Not one mention of hard-ons. Liar. Greetings, coach. You don't look good. Yo. My bad. Yo, why am I out of focus? There we go. Greetings, coach. You don't look good. That is so fucked. My bad. I was like, dude, for the past 4 years, I've been working like 12, like 6 12s a week. I'm working my fucking ass off. The first 1 second of this video is enough for me to stop watching and block the channel as a recommendation. Damn, dude. What the fuck did I say in the first second? I forgot what I said. Damn, boy. Let's see. Let's see how I can filter these comments. Contains question. Let's find some random shit. I'm like 6'1" right now. How tall are you? I'm like 6'1". What probiotics to use? Man, dude. Stopping ringworm is... Preventing ringworm is more of a cleaning the mats and showering 3 times a day type shit. God damn. Where was I? 7th grade, any tips? Oh my god, if you're in 7th grade, dude, I would focus on your long-term cardio, wear an Apple Watch, try to get your heart rate to like 150 to 160 beats per minute on a run and then maintain that. Maintain that for like if you can maintain that for like 8 10 minutes, bro, money. Money. You're gonna be wanting to vomit. Like your heart rate at like 160 to 180 is like, dude, that's terrible. That sucks. You turn into a Hulk at 200. Think of that. Think of that. You turn into the Hulk. You Hulk out at 200 beats per minute. If you're running and you can maintain like 165 to 185, bro, you are so in the money. How can you not like popularity over skill? Shit talker versus shit talker instead of best fighter versus the number one contender. Oh well. Yeah, I kind of do like shit talker versus shit talker. Letting us see you insanely maybe do a single giveaway too. By the way, what weight class do you wrestle? Yo, fuck that. Is that real that wrestlers can have an erection when they wrestle? Have you seen that? I've never seen it. Personally, I've never seen that. That's crazy. Everybody talks about it, but fucking, it's not like a real problem. But why would you do this? What do you expect this? Why do you expect the person to do? Yeah. All right. This. All right. So this was crazy because uh, there's a lot more context to that whole situation I left out. A lot of the legal context, I should say. And I saw that guy fucking years like I'm friends with people he's friends with. You know. This man just told me not to eat carbs. It's a full week of not eating carbs. Yo, if you're losing weight, don't eat carbs. Like literally minimum carbs. Like you obviously you cannot eat no carbs. Like that's damn near impossible to not eat any carbs at all. But like keep your carbs to an absolute minimum when you're training, when you're fighting like that. In my opinion. In my opinion. Later in July, I have provinces wrestling, Canadian version of state, but like twice as big. I've been in martial arts for a few years, but I've only been wrestling for about 6 months. How do I keep from getting shit beat out of me badly? Find some Russians that live in Canada and train with them, bro. Cause that's what GSP did. He was trained with a bunch of Russians. Do you have Instagram? Yes, I do. Isaac Gomez with four Z's. It's the best exercise for building massive strength for wrestling. Cleans, bro. Cleans are so good for wrestling. Like you have no like a clean press, like dude, that shit is so. I wish I knew that in high school. Wish I knew that in high school. Are you related to Selena Gomez? How does wrestling compare to other sports in America? It's probably one of the least popular and most difficult as far as like on your body and like you know competition wise. I mean, in my opinion, I mean like once you get to the highest level, every sport's like really hard. Like running a 4 minute mile is like you're defying acts of God. You know what I mean? Like that's like there's certain things that are like equivalent. I think the track and field sports like I didn't give them enough credit in high school because the people on my track and field team were pussies. But when you get to the collegiate and the Olympic level, those are some absolute savages. You know, some absolute savages. Like cross country, dude, is terrible. Why would anybody want to run cross country? You know, that's just practice for like that's supposed to be practice for the main sport. You know, and people do it as their main sport. They time themselves and run. Like, dude, fuck that. I'm going to states. What are things I should keep in mind to help me place there? Oh my god, dude, you're going to states and you need help. Okay, so first things first. It is another tournament. It is another tournament that does not matter. You know, you cannot take this any more or any less seriously than any other tournament you have during the year, right? This is the same because if you start psyching yourself out now, bro, you're gonna get to the matches and you're gonna think like the matches are going to be like in general harder, but you've proven yourself to qualify for this, so you belong on that stage. You know, like you made it there, so understand The head throws aren't gonna work. Don't do a head throw. Do not head throw unless you're a heavyweight. Do not head throw anybody off the table. Okay. And okay, I just had to throw that out there because, like, bro, if you think you're gonna head throw your way to state finals, you got another thing coming. But this is just another tournament. This is just another match. The it's a bigger stage, but don't psych yourself out, dude. Do not psych yourself out. These are all high school kids, and you can't you can't take any of them too seriously. You're already on the stage, and just do what you do. Just do what you're comfortable with. Just do your favorite moves. Do not try anything flashy. Do not try anything special. Do not dye your hair. Do not do anything stupid. Like the craziest thing I would do is wear like crazy socks. That's as far as I would go. Because your mind needs to be about wrestling for the next 7 days until this tournament comes up. You need to be thinking about wrestling, making weight, doing your practices like you've been doing all year long. You're not changing anything up. You want everything to be as controlled and the same as it has been. You're not learning anything new. You're not doing anything new. You're doing all of all of the old reliable favorites. Single leg, double leg, crossface, cradle, like armbar. Like you're doing. Do not consider. Don't think you're gonna get a highlight reel. Don't think you're gonna. You're just trying to like push through each one of these matches, whether it's a tech or it's by a point. You need to like. Cause like for tournaments I would psych myself out every time, and when I would get into the finals, like I was the king choke artist. I was the king choke artist. And it's cause I would lose to people I beat the week before in the semifinals. And like there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. That's all a mental bullshit block. It is just another tournament. It means nothing. Like like you're already one of the 16 best wrestlers in your state or 16 or 32, I forget. But you're basically top 50 best in the state. And you're just fighting for that number one spot. But yeah, basically that's my advice. Change nothing. You're clearly doing something right. You're not going to learn anything this week. These next 7 days, just focus on being healthy. Do not let women will attack you the week of states. Women will try to fucking ruin your life the week of states. Like I've heard the craziest bullshit that girls will do, that girls will pull the week of states to their boyfriend just to like try like and like I don't know if it's subconscious, but women pick women will fight with you when you're at your absolute weakest moment. When you're cutting weight for the most important tournament of your life, do not let a woman like like break your mindset. Do not let a woman break your fortitude. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be you need to keep it a stack the whole time. Cuz like I've seen the downfall of so many dudes. I knew a dude that broke up with his girlfriend the week before states. He was seated second the whole year. He was ranked second the whole year, bro. Lost two and out his senior year. Like Jesus Christ, what a tragedy, dude. What a tragedy. Cause like, man, you never get that back. Like yeah, you can go like if you're a freshman or a sophomore or junior or senior, like or a junior, you always have next year, but you only have 4 years to try. You get 4 chances, bro. You get 4 chances, so it's important you take it very seriously. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I didn't even know if you were still you were still listening. That's funny as hell. But that's what I would tell myself, really. Like, yeah, you're not learning nothing new. You're not like just do what you do best, bro. You know. I wouldn't try to fucking yeah, nothing fancy, man. Nothing fancy, cause that's when you start fucking up. Where are the uploads? All right, so the reason for my shitty uploads is because I mean I've had a job my whole life, and I got a girlfriend, and I got her pregnant, and it's like shit. Like life is crazy, dude. Like I to be able to dedicate the time that I'm dedicating right now, and hopefully I can continue to dedicate this much time. You have to like really have your shit together. You either have to have your shit together so much that you can dedicate 4 to 5 hours a day to doing this, or you're cool with your life falling apart completely. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, "Thank you, bro. No problem. If you're my subscriber, dude, I fuck with you. Drop a like, you know." And it's crazy. Every single subscriber that I've met has been so cool. Like straight up the hardest workers, like the most down to earth people. They're always like in and out, like super like because like I always meet them and I'm getting ice cream with my girl or some shit, and just very respectful, and you can tell that they got something that I didn't have when I was in high school. Like they got that kick in the ass the moment, like yeah, the moment they started fucking wrestling, or at least a lot sooner than I did. Like it took me so like the videos that I make, it took me so long to gather that information. It took me so long to like be able to like condense this all into something that other people can learn from. As a beginner, should I wrestle in the off season as my first matches? Yes, yo, oh my god, I'm gonna make that a video. That is such a good idea. That is such a good idea. What to do if you're okay? That is such a good. That is such a good idea. Yes, wrestle in the off season so you know what to expect. Would I be able to wrestle for a school after I transfer from community college to university? Yes. Any school that you attend should allow you to fucking train with them. Can you do a video on what wrestling has taught you about life, principles, mental models you've transferred from wrestling? Basically, that the hard work always pays off if you're doing the right hard work. If you're practicing a shot the wrong way every day, you will never get a good shot. You will never get good at shooting if you practice the wrong shot. You know what I mean? As hard as you can every day. You need to start with you need to have a strong, strong foundation of your technique in order to like get better. So like what I mean is like be willing to work hard and try new things, but understand when something's failing and understand when something's not going right. Like after like in my life, after every like 3 to 6 months, I like to take a step back and be like, okay, where am I? What's going on? How's my life going? You know, like like just take stock on everything that all the decisions I'm making, like you know what I mean? And like at that point you can be like, all right, I need to leave this job, I need to stop fucking with these people, I need to stop, you know what I mean? And you can make good moves. Um what happened to the robber? He ran away, bro. The dude that stole from my buddy, he literally like ran away and like drove away. How to use it properly by doing fucking 50 things at once and just slowly becoming good. ADHD is a gift if used properly. The only way to use it properly is like you have to be doing like 40 side quests at once. So that eventually you get good at something. Like eventually something works out. Do you have any suggestions for guys who are already out of college but who have never wrestled and want to learn basics and do the sport for fitness? There are guys who always there are guys who always were fascinated with wrestling but for a variety of reasons never went out for it in school or college. There doesn't seem much available for those weekend warriors. I would personally go to a jiu-jitsu gym. Like any MMA or jiu-jitsu gym will have sufficient wrestling for what you're talking about. And if there's like if you live in the middle of bumfuck, like you live in the middle of nowhere, yo, just sign up for a tournament and pull up. Like learn the rules, sign up for the tournament, and pull up and like see how it goes. Cause like I mean, you'll learn like just showing up to a tournament. You'll learn more than having never practiced ever a day in your life. You know. Keep your hands down and don't speak so childishly. Become an adult. Do you even have an actual job? Yeah. What? I've had a job my whole life. I wonder what the reply was. Oh well. Can you make a video for beginners tall wrestlers? Beginner tall wrestlers. I feel like that's the video right there. Why don't you have cauliflower ears? Because I used to pop them. You know, as soon as it would start getting fat, it'd freaking stick with the needle. And do you do online coaching? I do not do online coaching. Isaac, can you do a video on checking oil during wrestling? I know this might sound random, but there's a wrestling coach in Arizona who wants to not only have it banned, but mandatory reporting requirement to the police because it's seen as sexual assault. I'd be curious to know your thoughts on this. I mean, yo, I agree with that. You should not grab my dick, grab my nuts, or stick your finger in my ass while I'm wrestling you. Fuck you. It's crazy. Can't gouge my eyes out. You can't punch me. Like, there's no reason why, like, yo, you can't stick your finger in my ear. You can't stick it up my nose. You can't stick it in my mouth. Why can you put it in my butt? That's so, like, checking the oil has been the dumbest, like, that's the dumbest thing ever for wrestling. I hate that shit. It's never happened to me, thank God. But, like, please tell me there is not group showers, though. There's no group showers. At Jero, it was all individual showers. I don't know if anyone still responds to these, but I want to know about the balance between wrestling in the off season and working out recovery. Like, how much time do you spend in the gym and recovering seasonal injuries versus off season? Because I want to so badly, but I've got a bunch of shit to rehab. Basically, focus your workouts around the things that you are like, focus your workouts around the things that you are not rehabbing. You know, so if you hurt your shoulder, just work out your legs. You know, work out your legs, abs. You know, I mean, you can't really do back, but and if you're rehabbing stuff, don't compete. Like that's how you that like wrestling live and competing is how you really re-injure yourself. In my opinion, you're allowed to wear a cup in practice or a tournament. Are you in playing field? Nope. Insightful content and well stated. I'm an adult who wants to start training martial arts. Wrestling seems like one of the most useful by its own merits, but also one of the most difficult to learn. Would you say it's worth it going into wrestling, or would something like boxing and BJJ be better? I mean, for an older person, honestly, like boxing is probably much better for you, just because like it has less of a like you're less likely to get like actually injured just by hitting pads and like some light sparring. Whereas like if you're wrestling live, bro, there's people going as hard as they can. Like if you're old, bro, like shit goes wrong. Like you can really hurt yourself when you're older, especially if you're not like your tendons didn't mature wrestling. So you're not built to like stretch and bend and like you know what I mean? Can you make a video on how to set up these low angle attacks from a BJJ since I do not know BJJ on the wrestling off season and have trouble setting up low angle attacks because everyone's standing straight up and can see my shots from a mile away. If someone's standing straight up, if somebody's standing straight up, you should put your head in the center of their chest and send them flying across the fucking mat. Like, what? Can you make a video or playlist of videos showing exercises for building freakish muscle endurance? How do you manage preseason football practice, which starts as early as June, and wrestling off-season grinding, especially if you want to make up a lot of ground because lessons start freshman and sophomore wrestling season, with all the while trying to move up from 165 to a true 175. I mean, I would just like if you have preseason football practice and like as mandatory to go to, and you want to play football, I would go to those and treat them with the intensity that you treat a wrestling practice. Because the only bad part about football is the amount of standing around there is, and like the fact that there's a team and there's five people doing the same job. It's kind of easy to hide and like not do as much. You know what I'm saying? Like football is like it's still like there's still like it's an equal team on each side, so everybody got somebody to deal with. But it's not it's not an individual sport, so it doesn't make the people take the losses as personally. I think so. Like it just doesn't breed the same intensity that wrestling does. But you can treat football with the same intensity that you do wrestling. That's why the best football players wrestle. Like all the best football players in my high school wrestled, and they all were D1. You know what I mean? You got multiple scholarships. Uh, okay, outside of high school, other sports have their own leagues such as running, martial arts, but why doesn't wrestling? Because, bro, like after you get a job, being competitive, being a wrestler is so hard. It is so like, yo, why do you think I stopped making videos? Cause like, yo, this shit is hard on your body. Like to be able to train and like be like up to date with the meta of wrestling, bro, is so 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 hard on your body. And it doesn't make money. It's an Olympic sport, but it's not like it's not lucrative at all. There's no money to be made really. I mean, maybe now that like you have YouTube and stuff, but like especially prior, there was no money to be made. What do you think of kettlebell swings? What do they do? Yo, kettlebell swings are one of the greatest workouts for wrestling that you can imagine because it works out everything that you need to wrestle. It works out the leg. It's basically an exploding squat with a freaking like, like this is the swinging motion activates your core and your shoulders in a way that no other workout does. You know. I love this thing with you wrestlers where you can see almost everything. When you fight, you are always on each other. Yo, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Hey, my gonna be a junior next year. I'm going to a new school that has wrestling, but there's no wrestling gym near me, so I join an MMA gym and do no-gi jiu-jitsu 2 days and wrestling on Saturdays. Will this help me? Yes, this absolutely will help you the upcoming school year. Just be prepared to throw out everything you learned. Yeah, yo, stay safe. Gotta head out and rest my body after yesterday. Yo, bro, good night. Take care. Um, do I need a state championship from high school to wrestle for college? No, you do not. You do not need to be a state champion. There's a lot of good state. There's like most college wrestlers went to state or won states or did something at states, but you don't need to. You can walk on. I didn't. I walked on. Is wrestling good for losing weight? Yes, wrestling is very good for losing weight. You will burn well over 1,000 calories in a 2 hour practice. Do not do jiu-jitsu in the off season of wrestling. I repeat, do not do jiu-jitsu in your off season. I said to the other guy that he could do jiu-jitsu if he hasn't wrestled before, then that's good, but if you're already wrestling, jiu-jitsu is the worst thing you can do. Yo, shut the fuck up. People, stop asking about boners. God damn. Yeah, I mean, fuck me, man. Your dad's 6'2" and your mom's 5'6". I mean, cutting. I feel like I cut a lot of weight and it didn't stop my growth like that, but you have to eat your own. I just joined wrestling this year. It's my first week. Anyone has advice? Just joined wrestling. I'd say run a mile in the morning and do some kettlebell swings at night. You know how hard 160 pounds is in Eastern Massachusetts? Dude, nobody knows the nuances of high school wrestling anymore. Like unless you're wrestling in high school, nobody follows that shit. So many kids would be like, "Yo, do you know the 125 from fucking PHU?" It's like, dude, I have a life. Like, what are you talking about? Why not before the shot close the distance between your lead and rear leg by doing the sugar foot so you can generate real power with the rear leg? Yo, alright, so the sugar foot is like one of my most hated techniques because it doesn't work. It literally is, it takes too long. Why do you think jiu-jitsu is the worst thing you can do if you are already wrestling? Because, bro, it just teaches you to go to your back and like look for submissions. It makes you think you're more bad. Like I've seen people who do jujitsu and wrestle. Like my fear is that you're going to start doing jujitsu, choking people out, thinking that you're badass. You know what I mean? Ignoring your wrestling. And jujitsu teaches you to like it lends itself to people who like to fight off their back and it forces you to give up position to attack a submission. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'm in half guard, a lot of the time they will tell you to go knee on belly, isolate an arm and literally swing off to an arm bar, like basically losing all control to try to isolate this arm to make them tap out. But you lose all position and you lose all control when you do that shit. So personally I like submissions that maintain control. Like there's an armbar where if you're in side control, you can maintain side control. You can trap an arm, but like this. You can put their arm and trap it like this. Put your hand on the back of your neck, and you basically step your left foot over their head, and then their arms out like this, and then that's the armbar. You know what I'm saying? So like you're basically holding you have 3 points of control, and you're controlling the head, you're controlling the left arm, and you're controlling the right arm. Okay, and so these are the submissions that I like, where you have multiple points of control and you use that to submit them. But jiu-jitsu does this thing where they're like, all right, get all these points of control, isolate one limb, and then throw them all away and attack for the submission. And it doesn't work. Like in fights, it doesn't work. Like in wrestling, it just forms bad habits because it makes you feel comfortable losing control. You know what I'm saying? Like in wrestling, giving up control should only be substituted for gaining better control. You know, like I'm only giving up this armbar to like be able to put a leg in. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. And yeah, jiu-jitsu just makes you. It made me really comfortable rolling to my back, and that was a hurdle I had to cross. Is it possible to message you privately? Yeah, check out my Instagram, Isaac Gomez with 4 Z's. Why are y'all on the down low? Yo, fuck this guy. I'm 5'6" and 145. Should I cut or gain? 5'6", 145. Yo, honestly, you're short enough to where you can make 38 comfortably. No, I'd probably go 38s. Why would you hate him? Because he's annoying. Ian Gary is so annoying. Ew, maybe don't say the F word so casually. I'll say what I want, bro. Can you have time to navigate? How come you're certain you're in the right? You cannot. It's actually your coach's job to challenge calls. You know what I mean? Like that's completely out of your hands. Are your parents cool with your language? Yeah, dude. I was like grown when I was making those videos. I'm 35. Should I just forget about it or really love to train though? No, I mean you can train. Just go to an MMA gym. Are they dangerous? Are ringworms dangerous? You guys, are ringworms dangerous? I once saw a kid with ringworms covering his entire back. Like I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ringworms. Was fucking insane. You know, he was taking oral medication. He was like everything you could do. We bleached it, like anything you could do. Anything you could do to get rid of that, and nothing worked. Can it actually live in your bloodstream? Yeah, the fungus can live in your bloodstream. So if you have ringworm and you don't take the oral medication, the fungus can live inside your bloodstream and dormant, and like at a point when your immune system weakens, it'll pop up, and that usually happens at literally the worst times in your life, like the most stressful times in your life. You got a big test, you're about to go on a date, you're about to whatever that happens, that's when the ringworm will pop up, bro. I'm telling you. So like, if you get ringworm, personally, I say just go straight for the oral medication and get it out of the way, cause like, yo, I got ringworm like 3 years after I stopped wrestling. Like, it's crazy. I was in Paris and got a fucking ringworm, and I don't be I didn't go to jiu. I tried to go to jiu-jitsu gym, but I didn't. I couldn't train. Like, like it's fucking nuts, dude. Yo, has anyone wrestled for 126 California? Don't really hear anything context. Oh shit. Are you a mechanic? I'm a body man. I work on cars. I fix cars that were in accidents. Hey man, I look to you for everything. Speaking about that, do you have any advice on how to come back from a severe concussion I lost on my fight and fire for wrestling? How do you how to get back? Yeah, dude, that's a concussion is crazy, dude. Like, take good care of yourself, cause yeah. You still in it? Who do you and what do you value? Longevity, finish his character, in a fighter legacy. My MMA GOAT. Right now, the MMA GOAT for me would probably be like, I mean, Khabib. Khabib because he was like, yo, wrestlers today, like American wrestlers have this issue where they just try to control. They just try to like maintain control and hug you. Whereas Khabib was about controlling you, using that control to get you exhausted, and using that exhaustion to beat the shit out of you. Like he would really, really mess some people up, you know. And he did it to everybody. Like he defeated that entire generation of like the who's who, the best of the best when they were in their prime. Like Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira. Like he defeated all of them. I think he beat Charles Oliveira. Um, white singlet, freshman 152. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, brother. What is this? What is this? All right, so this is who we're watching right here. This is who we're watching right here. That is the craziest setup I've ever seen in my life. He didn't even set up. He just shot. He did one of these. He went woo. He said woo. And like, look, this dude's arm was in the way. So look, he never moved his arms out of the way. If this dude was a better wrestler right here, he would have blocked him with this arm right here, you know, and he would have been in a better stance. But he somehow manages to pick up this leg. This dude doesn't sprawl. And what? Oh, you want me to review a match of you sticking a bad kid? Like what? You need more points of control on top. I mean, I probably would on Saturday Night Ride from there. You know, just like grapevine his legs. But yeah, that was Poopy Kaka. I'm the guy in blue and white singlet, red ankle band. You guys both have blue and white singlets, but alright, this is who we're watching. Alright, very, very up straight stance. especially for the beginning of the match. Like, I mean, when you're more tired, like, I mean, your stance should never be that upright. Like, that's fucking nuts. That's crazy, dude. You know what I mean? And your feet are so close together, and you're crossing your feet. You know, yeah, you're crossing your feet like crazy. What? Look at that. Oh, boy. Look, if you ever notice somebody cross their feet like this, oh my god. You literally just push them backwards and they'll fall on their butt. Boom. If you had pushed him back right there, he would have fucking been toasted. You could just slide by all day from right there. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, remember, this is who we're watching. Legs are straight up and down. I see no setup. Looked like an attempted setup, but that dude's a pussy. Video no longer available. What? There you go. Okay. Oh, alright, you saw that? That was a beautiful little setup. Alright. You see this? Nice little duck. Gets under the leg. But you, alright, so that's exactly what you're supposed to do every time you shoot. You get out of the way, right? Look, he's head position. He's controlling the head. He's about to move the hand. He's about to grab the leg. Grabs the leg. Drives. Gets him to the ground. Gets his two. Immediately has a half in, bro. So, dude, this guy is on the money for this one. Spirals. Ooh, stuck a leg in. Hell yeah, dude. What? He's trying to. Ooh, no. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, good job, dude. Yes. Ooh, get your. Okay, right here. You need to get your hip off the mat. For sure. Need to take that hip. That is terrible position. So right there, I would switch to a knee to get my hip higher up off the mat. But if you look right here, bro, you did a really, really good job at where was it? Okay, look, yeah, he's about to get what's it called, sunshine. Is it sunshine? That's when like or sunrise or whatever. Basically, he's too high up. You know, he's over the horizon that is your shoulders, so you can pull him forward. And the way that you defend that is you have to anchor yourself underneath their armpit or some shit. You know, you gotta like really fucking anchor yourself. Like he did right there on the left arm. But see, he's got his hip on the mat still. This kid's enjoying a PB&J. You got him on the crab ride. He's got his ankles crossed, which I don't think you can't figure four like that. Pretty sure that's illegal. Stuck a leg in. Ooh, cut him. Do not, what? Do not stand straight up, dude. What? Ooh. Hell yeah. Ooh, got his point. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, this dude's fucking desperate. This guy's desperate right now. And he's standing straight up. There's no reason why you shouldn't just pop his arm up and take his legs out from under him. This is an example of two people that are way too tired. You guys both need to run. Like, there is no reason why you should be looking like that. No reason why you should be looking like that. That's a clear sign that you're not running enough. You're not doing nearly enough running. Like the way, like, bro, you should be embarrassed to let your arms flop around like that. Oh, terrible. I'm Cole Gleason. I'm a sophomore. I took 8th in state. I'm 71 D1 Rockford. This is my blood round match at regionals after I lost to the number 1 ranked guy. Hell yeah. Oh, this dude's mean. These boys are fucking mean as hell. See, their legs only go straight when they have full pressure into one another. Like their legs are straightened out because they're pressing into. You see, they both have a good stance starting off. They have a good bend at the hip. Their knees are bent. You know, chest over the knee. Mmm. Immediately picks it up. Not enough points of control to turn him. He had that arm bar, but he needed to get that Western hook or some like literally anything else. Like put a leg in, anything else that has a point of control. Because if you're trying to turn someone and they're not turning, just get another point of control and then try to turn them again. Good shit. Wait, is this? Okay, yeah, he's in red. Hell yeah, bro. What? This is a thug. And you stuck him? Hell yeah, dude. What? Hell yeah. Ooh. Oh, he had to. Man, dude, he was so close to staking him right there. Look right there. If he would have switched, if you would switch the grip right here to over the top of the head, just a little bit more smoothly, just a little bit more smoothly, he would have had it. You see, he got caught up right there. This split second right here is what lost him this pen. You see, he pulled from behind the chin when he's supposed to have his elbow over. I'm pretty sure. You know, if I remember correctly, you're supposed to have your elbow over top and be like, basically pushing his fucking head down with your elbow. One to nine. Damn. I'm surprised he doesn't stick this guy. I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't stick him. He's just not gaining enough points of control. Like you see, he needs like when he has this. So look, he had it perfectly. He's controlling a leg. He's got the arm bar. It's just this third point right here. He just failed to break that. He just failed to maintain that. A good pop, like he would have popped that like just hard enough. That dude stuck. That dude is stuck right there. Like see, instead of doing that weak ass fucking weenie chop, look he goes. He loses the wrist. He loses the wrist. All right, so this is a huge learning moment. All right, so if you're going for an arm bar, right? Basically, this person's arm is behind their back, right? What do? They go like this. They go like this, right? They're on the mat and they're like this, right? So your job is to determine whether. So if you want to control this arm, what can you do? You can do a half, or you can do an arm bar, or you can grab a wrist. All right. So the wrist doesn't work, the arm bar doesn't work. You need to pop it and then turn that into a half. Like if you can pop that and turn it into a half, because look, he does this weak little karate chop. He's trying to control the wrist. Dude breaks out right there. All right. That if you could pop it and then like literally hop parallel with him, sink in a deep half, he could have ran that over and it would have been money. See, he does that weak little karate chop and it does nothing. He could have, he should have stuck him because he's got more than enough points of control. He just needed to pop that arm out of the way. See, you can literally see he used that to post up and like, look. So he hopped off. All right, so look. So this dude's staying down because he's on top of his hips. This dude's staying down right now because he's on top of his hips, right? He's not getting turned because of this arm right here. All right, he hops off, loses control of the hips. All right, and then this dude uses the control he has from this arm and his legs that he just gained to get up. And because all he had is this one arm isolated, right? He can bring these legs back and square back up. You see? And he just squares back up. If you don't control the hips, then you can just fucking, like, you know what I mean? You don't control the whole beast. You need to hook a leg, dude. You need to hook a leg. Hook a leg. Brother. Hook a leg. Stuck him, oh yeah. Again, I missed that stick. Kid gave up. Kid gave up. Yo, what? Yo, wrestling in the snow is fucking diabolical. That's crazy. And getting cow catchered? Oof. That's terrible. Damn, is this match this quick? Yo, what? How did he even get down? Underhook. Call it out with an underhook. Goes cow catcher. So he just threw a cow catcher? And then Saturday Night Ride? Yo, the fact that this kid got out is impressive. The fact that this kid was able to get out is so impressive, dude. I mean, he was stuck right there. He was every bit of pinned right there. That's stuck in my book. That is so stuck. That was so stuck. That's crazy. Didn't give you that. Sticks a leg in. Ooh, goes for the roll through. Roll through tilt, but he doesn't have his hips under correctly. Now he's going for a pin. Yo, how do you get tilted into a pin? This guy's buns. Alright, boys, it's about to be 11. I'm going to bed. Till next time, I'll see you guys.